Okay, we're here in Greenland with Don Jr.
Everyone wants to be on TikTok.
What do you guys think of America?
Great.
Love America, and you love Trump?
Yes, of course.
The youth of Greenland,
We're
Don.
hearing a lot of it, guys. We're hearing a lot of it.
And you guys all watch TikTok, right?
Of course. I'll follow you.
Oh, thank you. Live from Greenland.
Hey guys, welcome back. So, not sure. I don't know how you can miss it unless you just weren't online today. But that's been all over X. That all this about Greenland. So we've seen Charlie is with Don Jr. I don't know if they got there today, yesterday. I'm not really sure, but I think he posted these today. And then he's got there's another video too. We're gonna pop up too. You're seeing pictures. This one is one where they.
Let's see.
Yeah, here we go. This one was one where they were outside.
Yep.
I think it's that one.
You want to play that video?
Yeah.
This is kind of noisy.
It's kind of noisy because it's windy, but it kind of shows like
Yeah.
it's really beautiful there.
It's amazing this thing here.
It's very cold.
I thought it would be.
What's happening, guys? I just stayed out here for a few more minutes.
There's amazing. There was a missionary that back in the 17th. He's actually snatched it in here. So anyway, look at this vista, everybody. And make Greenland great again.
So, just not really sure what's going on. I know that a lot of people have been talking about, that he's saying, if I've actually got a
Good.
right there.
Trump. Right.
Yeah. NBC News says President-elect Donald Trump on Tuesday suggested he would consider using military force to gain control of the Panama Canal and Greenland and economic force to acquire Canada. Now, this is NBC News. I'm not really sure. It's so hard to know these days exactly like this verbiage. Like, what does that mean, acquire? I don't really know. I'm not really sure. It says during a freewheeling news conference at his Mar-a-Lago resort in Florida, Trump was asked by a reporter if he could assure the public that he would not use military coercion against Panama or Greenland, a goal he has floated in recent weeks. No, I can't assure you on either of those two, but I can say this: we need them for economic security, Trump said. He said later that he would not use military force against Canada, only economic force. So I don't really know what that means.
Yeah.
He said that would really be something, Trump said, of the U.S. taking control of Canada. You get rid of that artificially drawn line and you take a look at what that looks like. And it would also be much better for national security, Trump said. They're great, but we're spending hundreds of billions here to protect it. Trump said that the subsidies include substantial military support and that the U.S. loses out through trade deficits. Yeah. So, I mean, I know there's a lot
There's a lot to that.
But it's just really interesting. It's like, I don't know. I was just like, Greenland, what? What's going on? Where did that come from? So I started kind of looking into, okay, well, what's so great about Greenland? I mean, I can't imagine. So I looked up some facts too, if you want to pull that up too, where it just talks about like, it's the largest island on the planet. And it's the least populated per land mass. I think there's only 56,000 people total in Greenland. Yep. They have their own language. They speak Greenlandic. But they seem, I'm sorry. I was also looking at, I was like, okay, well, what's the deal? Because it's mostly ice. It's mostly tundra. Like the entire middle of the island is all like ice. And then the little villages and stuff are around the outer like coastal areas. Mm-hmm. And it's mainly like fishing villages, like small little villages like that. So I was like, well, that's really interesting. Cause you're just like, kind of like, okay, so why Greenland? And also I think it is a Denmark territory or something like they, there is another video too, actually, if you want to click on that.
That one? Okay.
Yeah. So this, and you can make it big.
Junior is visiting Greenland. His high-profile trip comes just hours after his father expressed interest again in the United States buying what is the Danish territory. The younger Trump spoke to reporters a short time ago.
Just here as tourists, seeing it, looks like an incredible place. We've been talking about going for a while. I was actually supposed to be here last spring for some of the stuff I do in my free time, but just really excited to be here. Awesome country. The scenery coming in was just spectacular. So just very excited to be here. Thank you.
Trump.
He says hello. Okay. We were talking to him yesterday, so he says hello to everyone in Greenland.
Greenland's Prime Minister says the territory is, and I quote him here, not for sale and will never be for sale. How do you feel about Donald Trump suggesting that it might be for sale? He'd like to buy it as the US president. How do you and your constituents feel about this matter?
We understand that we need to protect this island and also our allies and North America. In regards to ownership, we can disagree here quite a lot because we are working on creating a sovereign country, which is Greenland, and we want to create the state of Greenland, but we would like to cooperate even with Denmark and the US, maybe in a double compact or free association agreement. But the main goal here is that Greenland should be Greenlanders' decision on what kind of state we would like to be, and also who we should cooperate with. And our nearest allies, which we have been under the Danish realm for many years, they annexed us in 1953 without referendum. And of course, we would like to give the Greenlandic people the possibility of a referendum for independence or statehood or any kind of political organization.
So that kind of gives you kind of an idea too.
You
Just
got
something
there,
a little
Larry.
bit different as far as
Time machine.
Sorry.
Here.
bear with us. But I just thought it was interesting. I was like, like I said, I'm like, what are they doing? I'm like, it's one thing to just go visit another country. Of course,
Yeah.
it's beautiful. The people are really nice. They seem very welcoming. Which I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's very small.
Yeah.
I mean, not a lot of people. So, just really, really interesting. And just to me felt like kind of like out of left field a little bit, which, I mean, I know there's so much we don't know, that they're discussing as far as that, but okay, so he's pulled up here. I also was thinking, okay, so what does Greenland have? Like what are they known for other than just being fishing villages and a lot of ice? And so I was like, what kind of minerals, what's so great about Greenland? You know what I mean? Like really, because this isn't about like, which I guess this has something to do with Canada. I'm not really sure.
No, I think the Canadian thing is a separate deal. I think there's 3 different territories or things. Greenland's one issue, Canada's one issue, and then the Panama Canal.
And like, what would that look like? I mean, as far as would we put an embassy there? Would we occupy some of it? And I don't know.
Well,
and I'm sure that would makes it gets kind of weird. I don't know. For me, I was just like, what's going on?
First of all, you think it as strategically as far as a military base.
Mm-hmm.
That would probably be a number one thing. I don't know. Do we have a military base there already?
But we have military bases all over the world, and we're not trying to acquire these lands.
We're also, I guess, funding Greenland in tone of billions of dollars, according to what you were saying earlier. And Trump being a businessman. Okay, so
You're talking about Canada.
No, I thought you said we were funding
Canada.
Greenland. Was it only we're not funding Greenland at all?
I don't think so, because they're a Danish territory, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
So we are helping Canada.
Yeah.
That's what it was saying. Like it makes more sense. He was talking about acquiring Canada too.
Mm-hmm.
Is what it sounded like to me. We're moving the line is what he said. Right. But I don't know, because there's been joke of them saying like it could be the 51st state or something like that, and then we've had that
Justin
Trudeau has resigned his resignation. That's also happened this week. So, and then he's, piped in and said, that'll never happen. Canada will never be a state, whatever. And I don't know. I'm just like, whoa, what's happening?
Well,
what's going on?
He's not even president, and he's already forced him to resign just by the threat of some economic sanctions.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So, I get it. You have to be a mover and a shaker to get things done. And like I said before, we have no idea what's going on really. But you just see people posting these videos, taking these pictures, talking about acquiring Greenland. You're like, what? So I'm like, what's really going on? I don't know. This is all just speculatory here, but I did do some digging just very briefly about what does Greenland have? So it says here that they have rare earth elements. Greenland has the large reserves of lithium, niobium, hafnium, and zirconium, which are key components for batteries and other technologies. So that's interesting.
Yeah,
and then
need
if
them
you
for those Tesla cars,
or just electric vehicles and
in general.
yes. And then also it says that there are, rubies, pink sapphires, other fine, iron ore, and then if you scroll down a little bit more, I think, or it might be right here where it's highlighted.
Okay.
Gold, known mineral deposits contain gold, the platinum group elements, molybdenum, nickel, and specialty metals, tantalum, and niobium, and the mineral pyrochlore.
Yeah.
As well as several forms of industrial minerals. So that's kind of what I was thinking, because I was like, okay, well, I know it's not heavily populated there. There's a lot of ice. And so I'm like, what else could be, attractive about Greenland, other than the fact that there's not a lot of people there too. So that is another, thing. I think it's the least populated by land mass is something that I was reading about it. So just really, really interesting there too. So I don't really know. And then it gets a little deeper, of course. You can dig as deep as you want to go, but I did see this map. This is the pull up. So this is the map. This is close up. And what do you notice first? Right? You're noticing the blue, right?
Yeah, blue.
You're noticing where we are.
Mm-hmm. United States, Canada, and there's Greenland.
Mm-hmm.
Mexico.
Yep. All blue.
All blue.
And then what are you noticing over in the box at the bottom?
Yep. Post-war New World Map.
Okay. So then zoom in.
Let's see if I can.
It's fine. You can read it. New World Moral Order. Yeah. Okay. So.
Why can't I grab that?
That's interesting. So if you want to go to that other, it's
this
just
one
this
right
next
there?
one. Yep.
Yep.
So, and scroll all the way back to the top. So this is, Big Think is the website, but basically this is, the 1942 map of the New World Order. And it's called, go scroll down to okay. So Maurice Gomberg it's a Gomberg map is what it's referred to as. Published in Philadelphia in early 1942, this outline of the post-war New World Map created by Maurice Gomberg shows a proposal to rearrange the world after an Allied victory against Axis forces. Its title refers to a new world order, a vague concept, its many definitions often contradicting each other. At the core of the NWO, however, is always the notion that a small group of powerful individuals, institutions, industries, and/or nations must lead the world in the right direction, i.e., towards unification. So I know that, I know I've heard of the New World Order. I'm sure I know you have.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure many of you have. So this is a little bit like, what? Like, pump the brakes. What's going on? This is just kind of moving fast. What's happening? And that's just how I was feeling about it. I was just like, I need more information, right? So I'm going to keep reading here. This may be against the world's own will and therefore done covertly, at least in some versions of the NWO story, but ultimately it's for its own good, right? Because we just, we don't know anything.
Yeah.
We just need someone to tell us what to do all the time. So then it keeps going. President George Bush Sr. explicitly used the NWO to refer to U.S. objectives in a Cold War,
in a
post-Cold War world.
Wow.
Say that 5 times fast.
It's a mouthful.
So I'm going to say that again. Use the New World Order. This is Bush Sr. to refer to U.S. objectives in a post-Cold War world. I still can't get it right. That's kind of crazy, right? The term has a pedigree much older than the Cold War or even both world wars. Some might even say, and now we're straying somewhat prematurely into the field of conspiracy theory, that it goes all the way back to the Roman times, as it is attested by the modified quote of the Roman poet Virgil on the revers of the U.S. Great Seal, and significantly or not since 1935. On the back of the dollar bill, Novus Ordo Seclorum, literally a new order for the ages.
Yeah.
So I don't know, guys. I mean, I don't know. Maybe this is like, you know, like conspiracy type stuff, but something just isn't sitting right with me. And I don't know if it's just because it's like kind of being painted as like, oh, look how cool, look how cool. And then I know everybody's just like, whatever Trump says. And I'm like, I mean, I don't think idolizing any human being is the right thing to do ever. I'm not saying that there aren't great men. I'm not saying that there aren't men that do great things, but I don't think that they need to be idolized. And I think that we shouldn't be on autopilot, letting others decide for us and just whatever they say. What? I think that we need to be thinking for ourselves, and I think we need to be asking questions, and we shouldn't be ridiculed for it.
Yeah.
I think it's really wild to see, especially on X, how people will persecute you a little bit for just saying, wait, what does that mean? Why are you going? And then they'll just kind of go at you, you know, like, well, why are you going against them? Why are you? It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Why does it always have to be so combative?
Mm-hmm.
You know, why can't it just be, if you truly believe in something, if you believe in your mission, if you believe in what you're doing, then it should be an easy sell, right?
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to come at someone for asking questions just because they want to understand. And this is something that I don't understand. I'm not saying that that's what this is, but it just kind of seems a little strange. So I guess we'll see.
Yeah, this is when you showed this to me, I was like, what? This is crazy.
Yeah, this was all me today.
The map the map and how it's broken down, and you can actually go into it. Let me see here if I can pull this back up, and it's
I do have a fascination with maps anyway, so I'm like
But you can
scrolling and I
just-
see the
you
map and
can-
I'm like, what?
look at the area right here.
Oh, I know.
United
Look at
States.
Europe.
This is Spain right here. Portugal,
France, Italy.
all part of United States
like
of
Austria.
United States of Europe.
Or no, that's Switzerland.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I was going to say Austria would probably go with Germany.
and then of course look over here. Ukraine, part of Russia. Poland, part of Russia.
Oh, Poland's going to be
Germany,
like, Poland's
part of
like,
Russia.
no way, Jose. Poland's not.
Yugoslavia.
I think it's weird that
Hungary.
Sweden.
Yeah. Wow, this is
So I don't know. I mean, this is an old map.
from 1942.
Everything
But-
goes back to World War II. But then I guess maybe not. Saying this goes back to the Romans. And then I was thinking, like, what about the Club of Rome? That's a whole nother
Look
thing.
there, it says
It's another
new-
organization.
New World Moral Order.
Yeah, that's what I was
For
wanting to-
permanent peace, freedom, justice, security, and world reconstruction. This is crazy.
So I don't know. I mean, what does this mean?
Yeah.
You know, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
and
it's worth asking questions.
You can look up this map on your own, and then it has all these bullet points down there where you can go, and it just talks about the policy and how the different areas will be broken up, how the different areas will be treated as a country. It's crazy. I mean, it's really.
This is nothing new, you know, and
Yeah.
that's the thing too. It's like, okay, maybe this was new to me, you know, but this is definitely something that has been around for a really long time. I don't think it's worth freaking out over. I don't
Yeah.
think it's worth like, oh my God, you know, but I definitely think that if it's something that you're interested in, if some people don't want to know, I'm one of those that want to know. So I'll definitely be continuing my research here. But
This one's pretty interesting.
yeah, I guess we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we'll see what happens with Greenland. Right.
the only thing I ever knew about Greenland growing up was that, and I don't even know if this was true, if it was some kind of little like folk tale, but I had always heard that Greenland and Iceland, because they're right there together, but that they were named their names on purpose because Iceland was, which there is ice and snow and stuff there, but it's more green, and then Greenland is covered in ice. So they did that on purpose to confuse people.
Wow.
I don't know. Did you ever hear that?
No.
Really?
No. That's a new one.
So yeah, I mean, let me know. Did you hear that? Is that what you heard growing
But yeah,
up?
Iceland's huge. Huge.
But see how it's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I'm
you
not-
pull it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So you can see how Iceland is green and then Greenland is icy.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about like how do the Greenlanders feel about this? Like
Well,
how would you feel if like people are talking about like that's just weird, right?
Well, from the way it sounds, from them talking to the youth there at wherever they were all excited about it.
Yeah. But then
So-
the prime minister wasn't so excited.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But I'm sure more will unfold.
Yeah. I think so. We'll
So.
see. It's going to be interesting to watch this one.
Yeah. And if you have any interesting facts about Greenland or interesting facts about the map, please share.
Yeah. Leave us a comment. Tell us about it.
Yes.
I've never seen that map. That's
me
pretty.
either.
That was pretty interesting. I might have to say that one.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can just buy one.
Yeah.
You can buy a map. Buy one of those on Amazon, I'm pretty sure.
Maybe
They sell them.
Well,
No, I
you
looked
looked
earlier.
it up?
Hmm.
Oh, you already thought about buying one, huh?
No, it was just when I Googled it, it was like, it's going to show up like
Yeah. Where you
ways
could
to
get
buy
it.
things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah. So,
All right. Well, that's a pretty interesting story.
yeah.
You come
I
up
hope you
with.
enjoyed the video.
Yep.
And if you can shed some light, please comment if you can shed some light on it. And yeah, so we'll see. I don't know. Maybe we'll end up acquiring Canada and Mexico, Greenland. Apparently,
Well, it
the
would
Panama
be nice
Canal.
to be able to travel to Alaska without having to drive there, without having need a passport. Going through Canada.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's weird. It's all strange
I think
to
we
me.
need to just take over Canada. Might as well.
I don't
Take
know.
over Mexico too, then we can get rid of the cartel.
I think we need to figure out what we're doing here first. Yeah. We need to get our own. We need to clean our own house before we start adding
Well,
on to
if we
it.
take over Mexico, and we get rid of the cartels. That'll stop the drug problem. We'll slow it down.
I love your power of positive thinking,
Mm-hmm.
and I love your what's the word? Optimism.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I'm optimistic.
I think that's great. It's a great thing. All right. Well, thank you for watching.
Yes, thank you.
And yeah, we'll see you on the next one.
Hey, and if you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe
Yes,
to
please.
our channel. We're still trying to grow.
We are.
We appreciate you watching. And until next time, we'll talk to y'all later.